Hello guys, gals and non-binary pals, it's Duck Pond Podfix, but you can call me Ducky. Today I will be reading Blind Luck by The Magpie in Moonlit on AO3. The rating is teen and up audiences. No archive warnings apply. Relationship is Baku Deku. The characters are Bakugo Katsuki, Midoriya Izuku, Kaminari Denki, Todoroki Shoto, Kirishima Eijiro, and Shinzo Hitoshi. Additional tags are post-canon. Per hero Midoriya Izuku, Bakugo Katsuki has a crush on Midoriya Izuku, and Slice of Life. This one will be very short, only 722 words. And it's a one-shot. So without further ado, here is the summary. When bro heroes Dynamite and Charge Bolt go undercover in a shopping mall, nobody expects Bakugo Katsuki to walk out with a bag full of Hero Boo Boo blind boxes, and definitely not for the reason he does. Kaminari thinks it's hilarious. Bakugo insists it's for statistical analysis. But when they get back to the shared apartment and Bakugo ends up pulling every figure except Deku's, things spiral from mild annoyance to full-on dramatics. And of course, that's when Midoriya walks in. A slice of life post-UA Bakudeku fanfic filled with teasing, chaos, and just a hint of something sweet, because sometimes even heroes need a little blind luck. That is an amazing summary. I love that so much. But little disclaimer, there are quite a few voices, so they might not be the best. And I think that was it. So here is the one-shot. Blind Luck. 1. The Great Disguise Mission. If anyone had told Katsuki Bakugo 5 years ago that he'd be walking through a crowded shopping mall in a hoodie, face mask, and sunglasses with Denki Kaminari of all people, he'd have blown them sky high. Yet here he was. "Bro, you look suspicious as hell," Kaminari snickered, tugging down his own beanie. "We're supposed to blend in, not look like we're about to rob the place." "Shut up," Bakugo muttered through his gritted teeth. If one more middle schooler asks me for a picture, I'm gonna explode." Kaminari grinned. "You mean you're not used to it, Mr. Dynamite? Thought you loved the spotlight." Bakugo glared at him from behind dark glasses. "I'm here for one thing, dunce face, then we're leaving." The one thing in question, Hero Boo Boo blind boxes. Little chibi style figurines of pro heroes stacked in neat, shiny rows inside a new merch store that had opened last week. They were rare collector's items with randomized pulls and ultra rare variations. Bakugo told himself he was buying them as a joke. He told Kaminari it was because the guys in the agency keep betting on pull rates, but really he wanted one figure, one very specific figure. Izuku. Deku. Not that he admired the nerd or anything, if he was going to end up with one of those dumb chibi figures, he wanted the one that pissed him off the most. That was all. Probably. 2. The opening ceremony. Back at the apartment, chaos was business as usual. Todoroki was in the kitchen trying to bake brownies with Kirishima's help. "Half the tray's frozen, half's on fire," Shinzo muttered from the couch, and Midoriya was holed up in his room writing hero analysis notes, as always. Bakugo and Kaminari slipped into Bakugo's room, arms full of blind boxes. What followed was 12 rounds of increasingly aggressive box tearing, statistically impossible duplicates, and one hero's descent into merchandise-related fury. When it was all over, Bakugo sat cross-armed before a small army of figurines, Gravity, Todoroki, Hawks himself twice, and absolutely no Dekus. And then the door opened. 3. The worst possible timing. Bakugo sat up fast, face heating. The hell are you doing in your Deku? Midoriya blinked. I just came to ask if you wanted dinner, but what's all this? On the desk sat the evidence of failure. 11 figures, none of them Deku. Midoriya stepped closer, amused. You got some hero boo-boos too? Tch, Kaminari dragged me into it. Right, Midoriya said, smiling. You just happened to buy a dozen. Shut up. Midoriya chuckled and then with a shy laugh reached into his hoodie pocket. That's funny because I kinda have the opposite problem. Bakugo narrowed his eyes. What problem? Midoriya pulled out 2 small chibi figures with bright green curls and smiling faces. I got me. Twice. Bakugo stared. You pulled yourself? Twice? Yeah. Midoriya laughed nervously. I also got Aizawa-sensei, Gravity, Todoroki, but no Bakugo, so, He rubbed the back of his neck, cheeks pink. Want to trade a Deku for a Bakugo? Bakugo blinked slowly. You want to trade yourself for me? Not like that, Midoriya stammered. I just figured since you didn't get me and I didn't get you. Bakugo snorted, grabbing one of the mini Bakugos and holding it out. You're ridiculous. Their fingers brushed as Midoriya took it, a spark of warmth passing between them. Midoriya smiled softly. Now it feels balanced. Bakugo muttered, looking away. You're such a nerd. Maybe, Midoriya said, grin widening, but at least now we've got each other's backs. From the hallway came Kaminari's muffled voice. They're trading themselves. Someone write this down. Bakugo's palms popped with sparks. I'm gonna murder him. Midoriya laughed, clutching his figures. Kachan, please don't blow up the kitchen again. 4. Epilogue. The next morning. Todoroki walked into the kitchen the next morning, still half asleep. On the counter sat 2 Hero Boo-Boo figurines, one Bakugo, one Midoriya, posed neatly side by side, holding hands. Todoroki stared. I'm not asking. Kirishima appeared, grinning wide. Bro, you definitely should. From down the hall, who put those there? Ah, Shinzo muttered from the couch, sipping coffee. The couple's collaborations are out. Todoroki sighed. We should move. That is it. But that is the end of this little one-shot. I find this one super great, super funny, amazing. I love it so much. You should totally go and leave the author kudos on the work. I won't be able to link it, but I will but I do have their name down on the thumbnail. So just go to AO3 and stuff. But I hope y'all are having a wonderful day, night, or whatever time it is for you. If you haven't drank water today, drink water. If you haven't eaten, eat. If you have meds you need to take, please take them. Take care of yourself because you need to. And that's it for today. Bye. Ducky out.